Welcome to this tutorial on how to test controllers in Spring Boot using Mockito. First, we will start by creating a new Spring Boot project. In this tutorial, we will be using the Spring Initializer in IntelliJ to create a project. You can do this by click File, a New Project, then selecting the Spring Boot version you want to use. Once you have your project set up, project will be opened automatically. Next, we will create a simple controller. In this example, we will be creating a customer controller that returns a customer object. To create a controller, we will create a new class and annotate it with the REST-controller annotation. This tells Spring that this class should be treated as a controller. Next, we will create a new method that is annotated with the getMapping annotation. This tells Spring that this method should handle GET requests to the specified path. Then, we will create a simple service. In this example, we will be creating a customer service. It will be the core logic of getting the customer. To create a service, we will create a new class and annotate it with that service annotation. This tells Spring that this class should be treated as a service component. Next, we will call the service method from customer controller. Now that we have our controller and service set up, we can create a test case for it. In this example, we will be using Mockito to write our test cases. We need to include Mockito dependency in our POM XML file. Then, we will create a new class called testData. It is like mock data for unit test purpose. Next, we will create a new class and annotate it with the Run with Mockito extension class. Now that we have our test case set up, we can start using Mockito to mock objects and test the controller's behavior. In this example, we will be mocking the HTTP server request object that is passed to the controller. To do this, we will use the Mockito mock method to create a mock object. We will then use the when method to define what the mock object should return when it's accessed. This allows us to control the behavior of the mock object and test how the controller handles it. Finally, we can write our test case to test the controller's behavior. In this example, we will be testing that the controller returns the customer object when it's accessed. To do this, we will call the getCustomerById method to send a GET request to the controller's path. We will then use the assert_that method to check that the response has the correct status code and that the response's content is the expected customer. With that, we've covered how to test controllers in Spring Boot using Mockito. We've walked through the process of creating a simple controller, writing test cases for it, and using Mockito to mock objects and test the controller's behavior. I hope this tutorial has been helpful and you now have a better understanding of how to use Mockito to test controllers in Spring Boot. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below.